Raise the alarm!
Hey guys, it's DC here. So today I just wanted to tell you a quick story about a social engineering exercise that I went through a few years ago now. It's probably about 4 years ago. And the objective of this social engineering / pen testing exercise was to get root access on at this enterprise's system. So I'll start off with the beginning. I secured myself a pen testing role at this particular place, and what they wanted was for me to try and gain root access to their network, and it was just for a standard security audit. They needed to stay compliant with a whole bunch of different laws because it was a government agency here in Queensland. And basically they thought that their network was impenetrable, and as you may well know, nothing is unhackable. So basically what I did is I talked to these guys. I said, okay, well, I'm going to do a whole bunch of different things. I'm going to check out your physical security, so have a look at your camera placement and see about your staff and see what they're all like, how well trained they are in security practices. I'm also going to do some web app pen testing because I had some web apps. I'm going to basically try everything I could to gain access to their system, and I had full written permission. And yeah, so away I went. So the first things I did was I was sitting outside. There was a bus stop outside this particular building, and I was sitting outside doing basic Wi-Fi scans to see if I could impersonate their Wi-Fi by using a pineapple, as well as just probing their actual Wi-Fi network. Their Wi-Fi was pretty secure though, and I couldn't get in that way, and I wasn't having enough hits with the pineapple, so I just sort of forgot about it after a while. I was like, you know what, stuff this. I've been sitting here for a few hours now. I guess everyone's already authenticated to the Wi-Fi, and maybe I should come back in another day when there's like an event or something on, because they also had event space where they would get particular people in to connect to their Wi-Fi and use the system and whatever. So my next attempt then was to try and breach the security by doing web app pen testing. I was going through, finding out about the different web apps, having a look at their different subdomains and trying to find a way in there, and just doing basic like port scans and stuff to see what was open, to see if I could sort of weasel my way in the easy way. And everything was pretty tight. They seemed to have some sort of automation over their firewall, so I assume it was one of maybe like a checkpoint or a Palo Alto where they have identity awareness and like a sandboxing mode, where basically it would take my malicious code that I was sending at it and basically put it into a sandbox, take it apart, put it back together, and sort of work its way out from there. I wasn't having much luck there either, and at the time I was sort of thinking, is this going to be one of those times where I'm actually proven wrong? Maybe I can't get into this network. Maybe it's just far too hard. Maybe I'm going to have to spend a little bit more time on the Wi-Fi. Who knows what I'm going to have to do to get in here. In the end, I ended up dressing up in a full suit and pretending to be one of their clients who regularly came in for meetings. And I went up to the receptionist and I asked her if I could print something off a USB. Now, she didn't know that the USB was a rubber ducky, and the script that I was running on there would essentially give me root access to her computer. She didn't know that, of course. So I said, oh look, I'm trying to print something. I just need it for this meeting I'm about to go to. Can you just quickly print it for me? And she was a lovely lady. She's like, yeah, no problems. No worries, dear. I'll let you in. Here you go. No problems at all. Here you go, give me a USB, I'll print it out. What's the document called? Which was pretty good actually, because a lot of people in that sort of situation would just say, yep, come over here, jump on the computer, print it out, whatever you need, no problems. Whereas this lady was a little bit more cluey, and she's like, oh look, I'll find the document on your USB and I'll print it for you, which was different to usual. Usually they just, you know, let you go. But yeah, either way, she plugged in the USB and that was enough. The malicious code was then on her computer. I saw a pop-up from Symantec Endpoint pick up the initial malware, which was another script I run initially to sort of spoof the backdoor that I'm going to create on her computer. So after that, I think it took about 30 seconds to a minute for that thing to run on her computer. She's looking around going, I can't see the file you're looking for, you know, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh okay, well that's alright, I'll go down to Officeworks and I'll get this printed out, no drama. She's like, oh okay, sorry, blah blah. So I took my USB out, I went outside, jumped on the internet, and I had remote access onto that computer. Now, once into this network, this is where things sort of started getting really interesting. Every user had local admin access on their computer, which I found really bizarre. Usually at a place where they invite you to do a security audit, they don't allow anyone to have admin, like local admin access on their computer. It's generally like a massive no-no because you don't want staff installing random shit. This lady, for some reason, did have full access, and I think it was because there was some legacy software that she was running on her computer. It seemed like some really bad accountant's software. It seemed really old though, like really legacy software. So I guess that's why she had local admin, but either way, it helped me out a lot. What I ended up doing was running escalated PowerShell and then basically just spraying and praying until I could get some details on that network to allow me root access. And yeah, I was able to see quite a lot of detail. I wasn't able to get all the way in as far as I would have liked. I wanted to get access to their firewall system and their switches, but it wasn't going to happen. I couldn't get my way through there, but I did get local admin on her computer as well as a domain admin account in the end. And that domain admin did let me through also to their exchange on Office 365, which was kind of useful, but I really wanted to be able to have the power to take down their entire network, and that was sort of the goal there. So they did pretty well in protecting themselves. However, their major flaw was that their staff weren't properly trained in dealing with people like myself coming in and asking if they could use the computer to print something, as well as the huge flaw that a reception computer had local admin access. That's just out of control. I can't believe that was there, but that's the story. That's what happened. And yeah, once I reported that to the IT manager and their security manager, they were dumbfounded as to why she had local admin. They were guessing one of the techs had installed it at some point in the past, and that for whatever reason, it had been left on there with her account linked up to local admin. So they were pretty upset. They ended up getting another company in to do security training for staff over a period of time to train them on basically not letting anyone use their computer, to lock it when they walk away, all the normal stuff. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this story time with me. If you want to know any more stories of mine, let me know in the comments below and I'll maybe post a few up. Also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more of these videos. Thanks for watching, guys.